Coming back to the Gospel of Luke, let's take this lesson about precision, about paying attention to what's written and not what we imagine. You cannot read Ezekiel or hear Ezekiel to be more correctly scriptural in the way we speak when dealing with Scripture. I know all of you are reading Scripture, but you're supposed to hear Scripture and submit to it. Because when you read it, you're filtering it through your brain and playing with the text. So train yourself. We are not readers of Scripture, because the one who reads, as I just explained to you, controls. You can't control the text. You must submit to the text so that it controls you. So as hearers of Scripture, we have to train ourselves even to speak correctly about the mechanism of Scripture and the process of being trained. We don't learn, we are taught. We don't read, we hear. We have to submit to its mechanisms on its terms. So, taking this lesson of precision now and coming back to the Gospel of Luke, let me just pull up my Bible. We have these two verses. I want to read them to you. And Jesus said to them, remember, you have these self-proclaimed righteous men who fast and who pray and who do everything correctly, questioning Jesus, extrospecting. And Jesus said to them, you cannot make the attendants of the bridegroom fast while the bridegroom is with them, can you? But the days will come, and when the bridegroom is taken away from them, then they will fast in those days. Very powerful text. So let's examine what's happening in the text on the basis of terminology, not in the basis of the narrative that we think we are playing around with in our philosophical brains. I just want to hear the story, Father Mark. Of course you do. You sound like the capitalist who comes to church and says, just tell me what it means, Father Mark, so that I know what to make of it and what to do. Well, I've been explaining what you have to do. There is no gist. You have to spend the rest of your life dealing with lexicography. There is no gist. Didn't you watch Fiddler on the Roof? All Tevye wants to do is sit with the elders and study Hebrew for the rest of his life. That's what he would do if he were a rich man. He would not tell the elder in the temple what he's supposed to do. He would sit with the elder, the learned man, and study Hebrew and study Torah. That's it. How can you make a management book out of one simple command?